I'm Jason Utesch. Been here for 5 years since it opened, or almost 6 years now. Been in real estate for almost 11 years now. It's the idea of being able to control our own income more than some other offices might. We have a lot more freedom to do what we want to do. And not only that, but the idea that we're professionals in this, that we're executives, that we're not just a realtor. Not that that's a bad thing, but there's a negative connotation sometimes with part-time realtors, people that have other jobs, and this is all we do, this is our lives. Most of us are in here all the time, and because of that, we're always bouncing off ideas off each other and just soaking in the environment. While I'm doing desk work, other deals are happening in the office, and I'm overhearing that stuff, which always gets me thinking, okay, maybe I could do my deal differently, or there's a new idea I hadn't thought of before, a new approach to something. So the fact that we're in here, that we are full-timers, that we take our job seriously. I think the type of talent that takes their job seriously and isn't going to be okay with just doing a little bit of business. Somebody that is in the business not because they just like to look at houses, but that real estate is a passion of theirs, that they enjoy the day-to-day transactional stuff along with, yeah, it's fun to look at fun houses, but there's a lot more involved in that. And the ones that enjoy working with the public on a day-to-day basis of helping them find what it is they're looking for, helping them sell what it is they want, and helping them get what they want out of their house. And someone who can enjoy all the candy in our freezer. You know, internationally, there's all sorts of different mobile platforms that people can take advantage of, from having stuff connected to their phone, through social media. And I'm pretty in tune with a lot of the technical advances. However, there's a ton of stuff that I don't use just because there's so much available. You have to pick and choose. But being able to have that huge menu is a great thing to have. I'd rather have too much than not enough. And there's a lot of things that I don't use, but in a month or two I might say, yeah, I'll look into that now. And it's nice to be able to have that huge menu of different technical marketing, of prospect management, contact management, all that sort of thing to choose from to help us on a day-to-day basis to make our lives and jobs easier. In our office, we genuinely like each other, and that helps. We're not out to get somebody else out of the office. There's enough business to go around. And I think having good competition within the office, good friendly competition, is very good for us. Because there's a lot of type A personalities in the office, and if we see another agent doing well, I gotta do this. It's not that I don't want them to do well, but I just want to do better now. And I think that carries through. You know, we've got monthly contests and yearly contests and that type of thing, even though, like I said, we all get along, it's friendly competition, but there's a little trash talk and going back and forth, but that's all part of the competition. But never am I worried that I have to worry about who's coming into my office when I'm not there going through my files, or, you know, using any kind of underhanded means to get an advantage. When it comes down to it, we all want the others to succeed. We just want to succeed ourselves that much more. I think one of the major things is you want to find a company, number one, that you just feel comfortable with. We may not be that company for everybody. There have been agents that we could tell they weren't a good fit for us, they ended up moving on. We're kind of aggressive, we have a lot of fun, and sometimes that doesn't quite fit with everybody's say, and every once in a while it gets a little raucous in here, but we have a great time with that. So that's the main thing. You got to find a place where you're comfortable. The second thing is, I think, finding an office that will work hard for you, will not only give you the training, the formal training of, okay, this is class 1, class 2, if that's even offered, but also the day-to-day stuff that comes along. We're constantly, and I've been doing this for almost 11 years, we had other agents that have been doing it for longer, we're constantly going to each other's offices, hey, what do you think about this? I had a client that did this, should I have done this or that? And we're okay with bouncing that off of each other. You don't want to go to an office where you're the only one in the office. And I've been in some offices where it's like a ghost town, and it's never that way here. There's always people doing business, talking to each other, and bouncing ideas off each other. And I think the last thing is you just got to be willing to work. You can't just set up a phone and hope it rings. This business, every day we come into the office every morning, I always think that I'm unemployed every morning. I don't have a job. That's it. My pending transactions, that's from a previous job. I'm going to get paid down there later, but I come in the office every morning, I'm unemployed, I've got to create business. And I think if people think that way, what am I going to do today to get hired again? That's the important thing.